We don't have new topics except the fact that we have just a modernized syllabus. Basically, JAMB will repeat for those past questions. So 3 past questions. It is possible 3 past questions. You are not a point JAMB to barbecue. You eat JAMB anyhow.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Prof. Linus. I'm so excited today to have one of my colleagues, the man that scored 100 over 100 in government. Can you believe that, guys? So I'm happy to be with Mr. Akinsola Omotunde. He's going to be sharing his experience with us today on how to have a UTME exam. Thank you, Mr. Akinsola, for such a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, my name is Akinsola Omotunde. I'm a graduate of political science from prestigious Obafemi Awolowo University. I'm an entrepreneur as well as a seasoned and experienced educator, or better put, a teacher.
Wow, that's nice. Entrepreneur, seasoned and experienced tutor. Wow, I'm loving that. According to what I have here in record, you scored 312 in JAMB, and in post-JAMB you scored 300. Okay. Now, since we are preparing for the UTME exam, now tell us your experience while preparing for university life.
Okay. Thank you very much. For me to share my experience, I think there's no big sacrifice to it than the fact that you turn reading to your habit. I call something dash and ash. Dark arts in scoring high and habitual art in scoring high. Once you turn reading to your habit, automatically you're going to score high. How? We always have syllabus and then we have area of concentration based in WAEC and in JAMB.
Okay.
But most students don't really understand the fact that you have to concentrate on that certain aspect for you to get the right point.
Okay.
Or let's say that the right channel in scoring high. A good example is that before I gain admission, I have more than 5 textbooks in the government.
Wow.
Then I discovered that even when I read a certain question, without looking at the options, I know the answer to it. That is because I'm reading to my habit. Automatically, everything has been simplified. But because our students of nowadays, they don't really develop that habit. So there's no shortcut to scoring in JAMB or you passing your WAEC. It is when you just turn reading to your habit and then read what is essential, read what is necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
So according to you now, you are teaching students over there for them to focus on those important syllables.
Yes.
That JAMB normally set on year after year and
Yes.
for WAEC too. And you spoke on turning reading into habits. Habit is something that we do repeatedly for it to become an habit. The more we do something, the more it becomes part and parcel of us too. That's a nice one over there. What about students that don't see reading as something that's crucial? Is it possible they can pass JAMB or score high in UTME?
Like I said, there's no shortcut to it. Life or result comes with rituals.
Okay.
And as a student, the ritual you have to perform is reading. They keep on saying that readers are leaders. So if you want to lead, you have to read. Like I said, so if you cannot read, automatically there's no shortcut to it.
Okay.
You have to learn that habit of reading. And like I said, reading is not an event. Reading is a process. It involves level of a gradual process. If you don't find reading interesting, automatically you have to cultivate that habit, or you start from a minimal stage, whereby gradual, small, but that means that layman understanding, we learn to read, because there are some certain topics that fascinates different interests.
Okay.
Like, let's say in government or literature, okay? Let's say literature as case study. Some students, they like drama, they don't like prose, they don't like poetry, right? But automatically, you cannot do with all the genres of literature. Automatically, you need to cultivate that habit of reading. You need to just find an inward push or a magnetic pull that will make you to just go reading, because there is no shortcut to it. Readers are leaders.
Okay, that's making more sense. Now, apart from the fact that students need to read, that is very crucial in their preparation. I also testify to what you have said that readers are also leaders too. Now, are there other ways whereby students can also perform beautifully well in the exam, like what you use now, so that you do not just read, you do some other rituals, like you put it? Are there also other ways that they can also put in, like other techniques or tools they can also use them to score high in the JAMB?
Thank you.
JAMB.
There are many techniques in scoring high in JAMB. Okay, apart from reading, number one is time maximization.
Okay.
Yes. Now, how do you make use of your time? Now, you don't learn at a comfort zone. You don't learn at your convenient time. I told you, learning is a process. So you use any time to learn. Even when you wake up from sleep in the middle of night, you can read 2 or 3 lines from a poem. What you read automatically will stick. And then the importance of good diet. Our brain needs glucose, and glucose is being produced by the food you eat. So you keep on reading, and then you don't read. You can never assimilate. You eat good food. Food is also a drug, is a supplement. You are reading, and then you don't read. You don't eat. Rather, automatically you can never have a positive output. It's not possible. And then, do you know that most time we call something focused group discussion? Some students, they cannot learn alone.
Yeah.
They learn in group. So as a sensible student, you need to find a like minds that you can read together. You know, like I told you before, that learning involves different factors. If you discover that, okay, when I learn in the midst of people, I learn better. People share ideas, people try to bring different techniques, teachers or friends. Why can't you bring friends across to you? Those that knows what is best for them in the area of study. Bring them together, learn, discuss with them, so you can tap into their potential, and then you can always gain from them.
Yeah.
So it is important. So these are other aspects towards scoring high in JAMB, apart from you reading alone.
But that's wonderful. You spoke about them eating well, spoke about group discussion.
Yes.
And you also spoke about using that time wisely.
Yes.
That's maximizing that time. Okay. What about eating more on this JAMB pass question? Is it also crucial in the preparation?
Of course. See, JAMB is the body. UTM is the exam. And in UTM, you don't have any other question than they are going to repeat past questions. But only that those past questions will be in a technical way. Example, Nigeria attained independence what year? 1960, right? Now, another question will say 1960 is renowned because it's important in the history of Nigeria for what? The answer is still independence. Do you understand me? So, JAMB, they don't have any other question than past question, but in a technical way. When you look at our syllabus from first time in SS1, fourth time in SS3, we don't have any topics except the fact that we have just a modernized syllabus.
Yeah, that's
like all this peace education, conflict resolution and management, and others. But basically, JAMB will repeat for those past questions. So 3 past questions. It is possible 3 past questions. Okay. You are not a point JAMB to barbecue. You eat JAMB anyhow.
JAMB, not JAMB.
At all, it's not possible. Okay, JAMB.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So before you leave, what advice can you give to my viewers and people that are preparing for UTM? What advice can you give to them for them to also score high like you, or if possible, more than you in the exam?
Thank you very much. You know, scoring high in JAMB is simple. Like I said earlier, if somebody can score 312 in JAMB, that means you as a man, you can surpass that feat.
Sure.
That exploit is achievable, but it depends on you.
Okay.
This life is based on choice. If you choose to score high, you score high. And you choose to score low, you score low. But then the fact is that the sacrifice of that input done by somebody that scored high, are you able or you are ready to engage in that sacrifice? As I am. Well, before I take my JAMB and even during my secondary school year, SS3, I don't really enjoy sleeping. You know why? Because I understand that I have a platform at which I have to face.
Yeah.
And reading is just my weapon. to face this battle. Yes. You know, the Bible say, yeah, that this world is a battle. It's a battlefield. If you are not prepared, you will be defeated.
Sure, definitely.
So as students, as human, either WAEC students or UTME potential or preparing for UTME, what you just need is that you need adequate preparation. No shortcuts to success, except you are being prepared, determined, and then you focus. So that's just the sacrifice to attain greatness in any academic pursuit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akinsola, for such a wonderful experience you have shared with us today. And I'm very certain that as students who are preparing for exam, we know all those things for them to do to score high, just like you or more than you. Thank you guys for being with us today. I'm sure that you have enjoyed this video with us. If you find this video useful, do well to subscribe to our channel, do well to like, comment, and tell us in the comment section what are those tools and techniques that you also are using to prepare for your UTME exam. See you guys in our next video.